It was a nice autumn evening on the island of Sodor. Thomas and Percy were talking about Halloween costumes. Just then, Toby pulled past, hauling a utility train. "Hello, Thomas. Hello, Percy," said Toby. "How are you all doing?" "We're doing awesome," said Thomas. "We're going to be picking out costumes for tonight, and I'm so excited to see what I can be." "Me too," said Percy. "I want to make a custom superhero costume." "Ah, trying to be imaginative," said Toby wisely. Try not to spook yourself." And Toby rang his bell and hopped away. Soon, Thomas and Percy were getting ready to try on costumes. "Am I going to look good, Percy?" said Thomas. I think so," said Percy. "Come on out now." "Wow, you look really unique." "Oh, thanks. This is me in my 1986 costume, with dark blue and some silver buffers. Pretty neat addition, if you ask me." "Interesting addition, indeed," said Percy. "Let me go find my costume." "Ladies and gentlemen," said Percy, "making his appearance for the very first time in the history of the universe, Celestial!" "Oh my goodness," said Thomas. "You're a custom superhero." "Right," said Percy. "I was originally going to go for Repsy, but I thought it sounded too similar to your Dank Dempsey." Indeed it does," said Thomas. "But I think Celestial is an amazing name. Now let's go trick-or-treating." And the engines puffed away. That night, Thomas and Percy arrived at Ulfstead Castle with their Halloween train. "Hello, Edward," said Thomas. "You didn't dress up as anything. What's the occasion?" I just decided I wanted to be normal Edward tonight," said Edward. "It really does feel comfortable, like just being yourself." "Interesting," said Thomas. "You are lucky," said Douglas. "I was going to go to the store to get a costume, but they were all sold out. Where's the newest one that is not sold out?" I'm really not sure on that, Douglas. I just don't know." "Well, it was fun talking to you all," said Thomas, "but me and Percy have to go do some more trick-or-treating, because this Spooktober can't be spooky without any candy and such." I don't even know if that makes sense or not. I'm just gonna go. "We're having such a great time tonight, Percy. I feel like we're having a ball." But as Thomas and Percy could get to the next station, they heard a strange noise. "What was that noise?" said Percy. "I don't know what that is," said Thomas. "I've never heard a noise like that before." Let's take the cars onto the next track. We'll drop them off there and see what the noise is." After Thomas and Percy dropped off the cars into a siding, they puffed slowly forward to see what the noise was. "Well, Percy," said Thomas, "I think we found our strange noise." "It's a creeper truck," said Thomas. "These things are so rare to come by. They only appear every now and then. It's just so surreal seeing these up close in person." "But what was the strange noise it was making?" said Percy. "Too late, let's jump!" "Oh man, that's gotta hurt," said Thomas. "We were so crazy and careless tonight. Actually, it might have been me." That's gonna hurt too," said Percy. "I feel like I got a little dent in my wheels." Thomas and Percy were soon lifted back onto the track. "All right, Percy," said Thomas. "Let's go see what we can do next." "Shoot, the gates are closed. Looks like we'll have to take another way." Thomas and Percy then had to stay the night at the smelter's yard. "It sure is kind of haunting in here, Thomas," said Percy. "It is," said Thomas. "I'm getting some serious haunted vibes right now, and I don't know if that's a good thing." "You know, Percy, so far I think tonight has been kind of interesting." "What was that?" "I don't know," said Percy. "Some scrap must have fell off in the claw." Our back path is blocked," said Thomas nervously. "Why do I keep stuttering?" "Maybe it's because I'm a little worried," said Thomas. "I think we should get out of here now." "Yes," said Percy. "Come on, Percy. I don't think we're that far away." But because Thomas and Percy were going so fast, they didn't see a freight train filled with bricks. "No, not again." "Oh no," cried Thomas and Percy. "We're now covered in bricks. Looks like this must have been one brick of a crash." "I don't know if that made sense," said Percy. Just then, Duck puffed right beside them. "Hello, you two," he said. "My goodness, what seems to happen here?" "Well," said Thomas, "me and Percy were just trick-or-treating with our epic, gamer cars, when suddenly we saw a creeper. I was like, 'Creeper?' And then Percy was like, 'Oh, man!' It's just, is mime-tastic the word you were looking for?" "Yeah," said Thomas. "That's the word. That's basically our entire night in a nutshell." "I'll go fetch the breakdown crane to get you two up," said Duck. "But after that, you all can tell us your spooky stories, or spooktastic, or meme-tastic." "Well, Percy," said Thomas, "this has been one spooky Spooktober, hasn't it?" "I couldn't agree more," said Percy. And Thomas and Percy thought this was the most meme-tastic Halloween ever.